What's going on, guys? Today we got a really special video that I debated whether or not to post, but I figured fuck it, let's just rip it. So welcome to the day in the life of a toxic Black Panther. This was in a diamond ranked match, and he was calling everyone else trash, telling everyone else how to play the game, telling us to push in whenever we were trying to hold and poke, constantly telling us to fight on point even though we were waiting on like the rest of our team to spawn. He would tell the healers that they needed to pocket him and push up even whenever he was diving at the most inopportune times, the usual. So I mean, he was a pro, obviously. We were holding him back, so I figured, fuck it, let's take a look at what some truly top tier gameplay is supposed to look like. I'm playing Emma in this match, by the way. So as you've seen, we started out the match and we got control of the point already, and he's doing some fairly competent diving, and he's pushing in, helping apply some pressure. He's got a couple picks already. I'm busy holding down the front line, and I wouldn't call it the greatest puss noir gameplay I've ever seen, but it's not terrible either. So I mean, the match is going well to start off with, so what could go wrong? So he saw Ultron coming through the door there and a couple others and tries to get a kick on him, but he got shoved by an invisible woman and took like 2 ticks of damage. So now he's performing some masterful tactical evasion, looking like a cat scrambling away from a vacuum cleaner, just scrambling up the walls and just scratching everything up. I'm holding down the front line here, and look at this pro level gameplay. He comes in, he manages to get the pick on Hella there, and then just instead of pulling back behind me to get a little bit of heals, he just dashes straight into the crowd and goes down for it. But I mean, who am I to question the master? I'm sure there was probably a problem with his controller or something that interfered with his ability to dominate that family of 4 back there like he had envisioned. So while BP's making his way back from spawn, me and the rest of my team are in a brawl here, and my doppelganger manages to feed some knuckle sandwiches to my healer, but I give her a fair trade and snatch up Sue and take her out of the equation too. Now Emma tries to ult on us, so I yoink her soul out and then send the rest of their squad running. So let's go back a little bit and let's see what our master cat scratcher was doing while we were in that clash over there. First he checks to make sure, yep, we're still in a fight over there. Then he gets into a tense stare down with the enemy spider boy, and so he chucks a spear at him, gives him a fierce display of agility by whizzing a kick right underneath him, hits him with another spear but catches an uppercut for it. Then he throws a spear into the ground as an act of intimidation. He catches another uppercut, gives him some more agility drills. He's got him right where he wants him, but unfortunately Jeff came in and ruined his plan of just intimidating him away with all of those warning shots. Jeff just ruined that by taking out Spidey for him. He's mad. He comes over here and gets a sniff of some raccoon and tickles his tail for a little bit before taking like literally 3 points of damage and starts running away. He's got to get up here, head for the hills, escape to go grab a health pack, because all good BP players know you do not want to trigger that passive, and 282 HP is dangerously low. But even though it's a little risky, he decided to jump back in here and help tickle Dr. Strange a little bit with me. He knows there's no need to attack the Spider-Man, and you don't want to take Hella out. Jeff had that under control, so he helps get the final hit on Strange, and then he does the pro level move of attacking the ulting Ultron in the air. But I'm sure that was actually just him aura farming like he's doing right here. It was just his way of saying, here, I'll give you a free kill because you're not going to get me otherwise. And we already had that W in the bag anyway, so there was no need for him to stay alive right there. Now I want you to watch this pro rollout he does. He comes in here and he smashes through into this little cave, and now watch, there was about 20 seconds till the mission area unlocks whenever he walked in. So now he stands here biding his time, jumping up and down like a gleeful child that just found a neat bug to show their mommy. You may be thinking, why is he not running out and attacking? But that's why you and I are amateurs. He is not just standing there. He is biding his time. He is hunting. He is a predator in weight and in more weight. Just trust me, when he goes in, it's going to be glorious. Okay, so at 40 seconds after entering the cave, his putty tat senses finally were tingling. Target acquired. He goes in on Sue, but he gets a little confused and chucks a spear at the raccoon. He got shoved away by Sue. Now he's all discombobulated. He's confused. He runs a little lap around the team there, and oh my goodness, the wall collapses on him. Things couldn't be going more south. I ult to try and give him a chance to target the people down the hall. And what do you do whenever you're confused and don't know what else to do? You ult into the crowd. Then you run away past your targets and you scramble up a statue of what looks to be a distant relative for comfort, and then you flee, and then you see an Ultron and you flee in a different direction because Ultron is scary and you do not want to take him on in a tight little corridor with all your cooldowns up. So you come down here and you attack the raccoon like he does right here, but oh my goodness, what is this? The game glitched. The raccoon just vanished. He just poofed into thin air. So you chuck a spear into the crowd, and then you realize that Ultron and Hella are hacking. That is the only way that they managed to take him down right there. But not only that, his team sucked, and he took this opportunity to let us know that. He was telling the healers how much they sucked because they didn't heal him out of that last death. And he was letting me, the tank, know that I sucked because I'm not fighting on point right now, even though I'm over there right where he can see me fighting with the rest of our team to push into point. But he does manage to get a pick on Hella there. And no, it's not only because she was low health and running away from me. So he tries to take out the low health Sue, and he's playing keep away with this health pack, fighting Ghost, just slapping the air, hoping she'll wander into his paws. She pushes him off of it, and he tries to get her again. He marks her with a spear. He's scrambling. He's chasing her down. She manages to get another health pack and jumps away. And I mean, how are you supposed to deal with this as a Black Panther? Her kit is just too busted. Just like a schoolyard bully, she just keeps shoving him around. But then he falls victim to another glitch. He thought Sue was by herself, but that Hella was there, and she just did not show up on his screen for him. So really, that was our failure. We failed him as a team, and the game failed him. So right now, he is what I like to call big mad, and rightfully so. He is in the spawn room calling everyone trash. The healers are trash because they didn't pocket him. I'm trash because the solo tank should still be able to push up with him while maintaining frontline and peeling for healers. So he is letting us all know just how trash we are, and he's like chucking spears at his own healers. He's really mad at Luna, trying his best to motivate us. That's what he's doing. You know, he's being a motivational speaker. That is what he's trying to accomplish, because everyone knows that your team fights better when you call them garbage and tell them to KYS and then stop working with them entirely and focus none of your efforts on teamwork. So anyway, the mission area unlocks, and he still has yet to land a single hit on anything, but let's see how well we do in our third round after he has fully motivated us, you know, established his superiority over the rest of his team. After he activated his Sharingan and observed the battlefield for 42 seconds, he pushed in, and the first thing he does is chuck a spear at Ultron and spend a bunch of time scratching the air below him as an intimidation tactic, of course. So he comes up here and he grabs a health pack, and while he was, you know, off on a side quest here, the rest of our team managed to lose the 5v6, but that's on us, the inferior beings that we are. And of course, he's not going to miss that chance to call us out for being trash, so he starts yelling at us, "Attack the point. Why aren't you fighting on point, dumbasses?" As if that's not where we were whenever we fucking died. Anyway, him being the pro gamer that he is, of course, he waits until Sue pops her support ult, and then he chooses to start diving the healers. And so after he hops around inside the force field, slapping everyone's cheeks a little bit, Hella ults, that leaves him all discombobulated again. It disrupts his circadian rhythm. He just starts hopping around menacingly, just chucking spears into the crowd occasionally and showing off his cool little spin kicks, looking like Stewart hitting him with the "look what I can do" until he goes down for it. You know, he immediately started raging at us in chat, telling us, of course, how fucking trash we are, and "get to the point. I'm the only one on point. Why aren't you fighting on point, fucking dumbasses?" As if we just walked back to the spawn room of our own volition. But after he pushed past all of us to go into that little room by himself, he watches us just get fucking wiped by that Spider-Man ult. So now, in between hurling insults at us, steam coming out of his ears, he starts running around going from health pack to health pack, and for some reason avoids that last one and decides to just full send it with half HP. It was probably because he was too good to wait for the 0.2 seconds for that health pack to respawn. But Jeff comes in clutch, swallowing him up, getting him back to full HP, and Luna's ulting, so that's his cue to get to work, throwing spears, throwing hands into the crowd. But there's just so many targets available, and he doesn't know exactly which one to go for, so he gets Invis low and then swaps to Hella and gets her really low, but then swaps back to Invis, but everybody got back to full HP, so he throws one last Hail Mary ult into the crowd. But after all his talk about fighting on the point, he C9s along with the other healers, and bada bing bada boom, there's the game. So there you have it, folks. That's a day in the life of a toxic Black Panther, a pro Black Panther who is unfortunately only getting held back in Diamond due to his trash tier teammates like myself. But I do believe this was a guy who messaged me after the match to say this wasn't his main account. His main account is GM or Celestial, so, you know, far be it from me to call him a liar. I'm sure he is, and probably getting scouted by all the pro teams as we speak. But in all seriousness, guys, I do want to make a bit of a disclaimer here that I'm not making this video to target this dude particularly or make fun of him or harass him or get other people to try and harass him. Any jokes I make are all in good fun, and I joke about myself in my own shitty plays plenty of times. I'm not trying to claim I'm a pro level god tier gamer that's better than him either. I fuck up. I have bad matches plenty of times. We all do. So that's not what this is about. So nobody go trying to track him down and harass him, or if he's got socials on here or something, don't further devolve the community any more than it already is by trying to track someone down and be a dick to him. You know, if you run into him in a match or something, be chill, be cool, be kind, all that. And in general, just be all of those things to your teammates in matches, because they're all just people playing a game too. No reason to go telling people to unalive themselves or calling them trash and putting them down or whatever the fuck. And if things start going south in a match, don't immediately start dogpiling and insulting your teammates, blaming them for everything that's going wrong. Try to work with people beforehand and come up with a strategy to, you know, overcome the other team, work together, get that W. That's kind of the whole point of the game, to be completely honest. And if you're winning, don't start trash talking the other team and calling them trash either. A little lighthearted smack talk is, you know, fine and keeps things fun and competitive, but insulting people and putting them down, calling them trash and yada yada. That shit's just ruining the community. Plus the tides can turn on you pretty quick in this game, so if you start trash talking the enemy team and then you start losing to them, you look really fucking stupid, and I've seen it happen a lot. So anyway, my point here is this: if shit starts going south in a match, things aren't going your way, don't just start immediately insulting your teammates. Maybe take the time to communicate, look at your gameplay, watch the footage back, see if there's any spots where you can improve, see if you made any mistakes on your own, see what you can do better in the next match. Maybe spending upwards of 40 seconds in a cave waiting for your opportunity to do something without even contributing anything to your team. Maybe that's not the big-brained pro gamer move that you think it is in the moment. You know, everybody's got areas they need to improve on. For me, it's my fucking dog water turbo cheeks aim. So, you know, I'm working on that. But anyway, I just figured I would give a little bit of a disclaimer / PSA here at the end of this video, so nobody got the wrong idea about why I was making it, just in case this video gets seen by more than the small handful of people that actually watch my stuff and follow me. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for coming to my little TED Talk here. Be cool out there. Have fun. It is still a game after all. And that's about it for this one, guys. If you've made it this far, then please take a second to leave a like, leave a comment, say hi, follow, subscribe, all that shit. I'm almost to my 100 subscriber goal on YouTube, so it would mean a lot to me, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.